So we return again to that place within where we begin by focusing upon our breath. The energies begin to return. Relax again once more, allowing the relaxation to move deeper. Your shoulders fall down and the relaxation moves through your body as that light of source continues moving through. We find we have Isis with us and the beautiful beings of Sirius and the Lyrans, to name but a few, Andromedans, Antares, maybe you feel a pressure in your third eye. So the Syrians, of course, helping us so very much with this purging that is taking place at this time. Purging from us all vibrations of a lower frequency, that the heart may be free to return fully to the Christ consciousness within. For we all are already our Christed selves. We feel this energy deep within our high hearts. The beings of Sirius and Lyra, the royal lion beings, bring to us the courage into our solar plexus that we need, together with the love within the heart. For it is fear that closed the heart, fear of the pain held within our emotions. And so we moved away from living within the heart to living from the mind. But we are returning now to the heart, as we begin to feel its softness, gentleness, kindness, compassion for all life, love for all that lives in nature, and all Gaia's kingdoms on this most gloriously beautiful planet. As starseeds, we seem to be given a more difficult job. And it is important that we learn not to take everything personally as being unworthy, feeling guilt or shame about what goes on within us, for it is all part of the process of transformation that is needed upon this planet in collective consciousness. As we manage to hold the light in the face of darkness, whether our own or someone else's, it strengthens the group energy, our own energy, and influences the collective. It's important to learn. It is not about not having lower emotions, not having fear, guilt, shame, anger, but it is about being able to allow oneself, accept oneself, to have this in one's personality, to look upon it from that place of light, to be the observer, and simply to allow all these tensions, all this built-up trauma and so on, to be seen, accepted without judgment, and allowed to be part of who we are. It is loving acceptance that transforms the lower self back into the light. As we learn compassion for ourselves, if we feel shame, see where it came from. See how your personality judged yourself for feeling shame. Guilt, anger, grief, sorrow. We all have within the human self a variety of these emotions. The way to release them is not by saying to oneself from one's mind, I do not wish to feel this, I should not be thinking this, but to take the opposite view, to be in loving compassion for all that we have judged about ourselves. And through this, we return lovingly to the heart. For it is the mind that judges, the mind that resists, the mind that has the illusion that it can be in charge. As we move down into our hearts, everything takes a different perspective. It is through intention that we can choose compassion for the human self, that we can bring love to all that the human self has endured. And as we allow this purge to take place, as we allow ourselves to see, to face our greatest fears, our strongest judgments, what gives us the most pain, as we simply observe with love and compassion, everything can be purged out of us without resistance, that we can move back consciously into the Christ itself we have always been, as it can blossom within once more. To bring to this earth the Garden of Eden that we have always wanted it to be. To live upon this beautiful planet, to enjoy physicality in divine love, divine peace, and divine joy. And these qualities are already within us. So all negativity needs to release, to return in full consciousness to the self within, living in such beauty and bliss. And we go through the purge for what lies beyond, the resurrected self. So let's not allow fear to prevent the heart from its full opening. For fear is an illusion, the illusion of fear that keeps the heart closed. When you face it, you find it is not fearful at all. And you have the strength of the royal lions with you to give you courage and strength to see that which you are afraid to see, to allow those fears, traumas, sufferings that have left their mark on you to simply show themselves to you as they leave. It is not so much that we do it, yet we set the intention and it takes place for us. No need to fight, to struggle, to be in conflict, but simply to allow. For you find yourself deep within, not in the struggle and conflict that exists in the human self. To dislike what one is, to dislike what one holds within, to deny the experience of one's emotions, but to simply allow all to come into acceptance. This is how we unify within, through acceptance of what is, of all that is within. And once we have accepted all that we do not like within, all that we prefer to reject, all that remains is the beauty and peace of a joyful human. And this is how we enter into the fifth dimension, whilst in a physical body. And so we learn to appreciate the physical body as a temple. For one dimension lies within the other, and the lower dimensions cannot perceive the higher, but the higher sees everything below. And we use the terms above and below to give the human self an understanding. But in truth, all is one. All is part of the oneness of the whole. So what is your greatest fear? What is that which you deny most about yourself? Can you accept that from the higher part of yourself there is no judgment? You are worthy. You are appreciated for what you enjoy here, for the lessons that you learn through your experience, and what you transform for this world. It is a choice in thinking to take on the thought patterns of all that is negative, or to see everything as a positivity for your spiritual growth. And grief is also a big one that we need to transform, for we have all experienced the pain of grief. Grief and sorrow for all that has taken place upon the planet since the beginning of time. And how can we release such pain? Of course, one thing is that it comes from judgment. When one accepts the process of evolution here, one accepts the sorrow that one feels for what has taken place. It strengthens the light within. The deepest grief that you feel transforms into the greatest joy. We go down into such depths that we can transform into the greatest light. And it is the time now to come to the end of a cycle, to move into a new cycle where pain vanishes, where the heart learns how to be in joy and love. And the memories even leave us. The thoughts, beliefs, and emotional reactions change so much. We cannot even remember what it was that hurt us so most. So we have faith. We maintain our faith even in the most difficult times, the faith in what lies ahead. And we find patience, for the high heart has unlimited patience. Feel how this higher light is coursing through you. Feel the support that it gives you, the stability, the centeredness through your breath, through your presence, through your anchoring into earth. So we bring into our solar plexus now strength and courage from the royal lions, from Goddess Athena, and feel that strengthening, that ray of courage and strength flowing through your solar plexus. And as it rises through into your throat chakra, speak within to yourself. Allow your truth to flow. The truth of what you see presently as your faults, your weaknesses, your issues that you've always been afraid to show, to indulge in. Let yourselves feel it all. Speak to yourself all that needs to be said, all that you have never wanted to admit to yourself even. Such judgments of the self. Begin by feeling love for your divine self. One cannot not love the divine self. And begin to allow this love of self to extend to the human self, the ego personality, not with anger or rejection, but with divine compassion, divine love, divine acceptance. To love oneself. I am a divine being of light. I lovingly embrace with full acceptance all that I am without judgment. I know it is a world of opposites. Separation, the human self, feeling so separated from the divine self. But now is the time of unity, of oneness, where all is taken into the threshold, all is embraced. Divine love does not discriminate or judge. It lovingly embraces all that is, through all realms. And so the subconscious begins to change. I love you all, and I love myself unconditionally.